This is a video review of the Transformers Legacy Robots in Disguise 2001 Scourge. Now, this is the most well-known use of the G2 Laser Prime design, since it was used in the Robots in Disguise 2001 cartoon for Scourge, who is an evil copy of Optimus Prime. It is the most well-known use of the design because it's the only use of that mold to appear in a cartoon. Let's say 2000. I think it was, according to, if I remember correctly, TF Wiki said 2001, but I guess 2000 looks better on the box. Take a look at this. I get this at Ross, only $17, which is good because I remember this was going for about as much as $80 on the aftermarket when it first came out. So very good that it got re-released at Ross, and it was much easier to find at Ross than it was at Walmart. I actually saw this figure at a couple different Rosses. Then I opened up. Whoops. Anyways. Well, anyway. Let's start off with the figure itself. As usual, I'll start off in the mode it's packaged in. This is it in vehicle mode. You don't get these connected right out of the box. The way you connect it is there's a peg here, a hole here for this peg here, and then a nice oil tanker looking trailer. Nice silver on the sides, and you can basically unfold this. Doesn't quite have the disc launcher like the original, but you can get all this. Yeah, and again, this is basically just with the Laser Prime used for the trailer. But painted mostly all dark. And they do get some storage for the sort of shield thingy and the sword. You can sort of get these. It doesn't have a disc launcher thingy, but you do at least get this turret thingy, and it will detach. You can also store these in the vehicle mode, the shield thingy on here. And there's some notches on the bottom for the sword. In the vent. That's not important. Right now, I'm gonna talk about the vehicle mode. It's some nice shiny blue all over the vehicle mode, just like Scourge. It is black with purple windows, just like he had the car, just like his colors in the cartoon. So overall, cool looking, accurate vehicle mode. Gotta get him transformed. I'm actually going to try and stick to the... I know I usually wing it with these transformations. I'm going to try to stick to the instructions on this one, because the order in which you do things is important. So, if I remember correctly. Also, turn this around. Shoulders out here. It's important to get this chest out first, because Otherwise the arms would be stuck, and then of course you can't move the arms without flipping this back also, and then you can get the arms. You might do, I mean, the pipes, the truck might get in the way a bit, but you can just pull these over eventually and get the these things on the side are supposed to fill the chest, so head out, this in. Feet. Hands out. And should have Scourge in his robot mode. Alright, something's very off with the eyes. I don't know why. These seem to be pretty white. Maybe that's because there's not enough light behind it, because it's supposed to have some light piping. Put the sword here. I thought this was too small for the laser prime, but seems to be just fine for the Scourge. And you can get the sort of axe thingy in the other hand. It's also sort of got an Evo fusion gimmick where you can put the sword on top here, but I'm not sure why you'd want to do that. Most of the time I think I'll just have him hold the, what's it called, this turret thingy. Now it doesn't go in all the way because of a little nub in the gun. Collides with the fingers. You can't and hold it just fine. And then you have in the sword, and yeah, this is very good. This is very cool looking Scourge. The only thing wrong with this is people have, well, it does look very monotonous with all the black. There's supposed to be some gray to break up the color. More gray. I mean, there's some gray here, but he had more gray in the cartoon. This one just seems to, he has black. He has black in a lot of places where they're supposed to be gray, so it does sort of make him look more monotonous. The gray isn't breaking up the black as much as it should, but I still think this is a very nice representation of Scourge until we get a more accurate repaint of him. And again, the colors really show up better here, at least, than in vehicle mode. You do get more, some of the blues here and here, and they show up on the feet again. Yeah, so still, even though there's not as much gray, still the same colors as the show, and still great looking representation of Scourge. Also flip these up. There's some missiles underneath. Same thing with the other side. Then this is for the articulation. With me here, what's good is you can sort of lift this up and have this pointing. So yeah, you don't. So if he's like pointing his gun straight, you can still have his missiles facing forward. But what's bugs me is now he can't get his arms up all the way unless you sort of move them, these shoulder bits up, and when you do get a full range of motion in the arms, although it does kind of look choppy when you get the arms around like this. Get hip rotation here. I'm kind of glad they actually put in the head right here, because with the laser prime it seemed like some of them couldn't look down unless they needed to lift the head up and put it back and pop it back in with the ball joint being more forward in the socket. So I'm glad they put in the head correctly this time. And then legs can go up, out, rotates at the thigh, then it's more than 90, the knee, just a bit more. Of course, you get the ankle pivot, and of course I did show that the legs can go, the toes can go down, because obviously we flip them up for robot mode. So yeah, robot mode looks good. Articulation is good. I know some people complain about the shoulders. Personally, I kind of think it's cool they stay in place. Now to get them transformed back, what I want to do did say the order of operations was important, so you'll have to, I do recommend you try to do things in order of last thing you did to the first thing you did. So right, and we get this, got these down. Then we got these around here. Oh, almost I forgot. Get the fists in here. Same thing with the other side. And now let's continue. Let me get the head up here. The fists, the arms bent here. Want to get this whole thing around here. Get this thing here. Get this around. And you'll cover these back together. Then you'll sort of have the long nose truck form again. Then you want to get these legs straight forward, and then get them together. And yeah, now here is Scourge in his truck mode. Unfortunately, legs don't really go in. Hold on, I almost forgot. Get these things out. They're not super important, but they do help add to the look of the truck mode. I don't think these were actually out when it was packaged, so you can just fold this back up. You can also just have this trailer hitch out like so, and can stand with the truck. So all in all, great representation. Scourge, it is a bit inaccurate due to having black where some of the gray parts are, but nevertheless still looks very much like Scourge and feels like Scourge. The colors are still the same. This is still a good representation of Scourge from the Robots in Disguise 2001 cartoon. Looks great in both modes. Transforms well, even though you have to keep the order of steps in mind. And it's got great articulation too. All in all, very awesome Scourge. Please like this video, and if you do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it for my review. Bye.